78% of lottery winners are broke within 5 years. Meanwhile, people earning minimum wage have retired as millionaires. Not once, not twice, but thousands of documented cases across the last 3 decades. The difference was never the income, it was the system. Right now, I'm going to walk you through the exact framework these people used, step by step, and show you why your paycheck size is almost completely irrelevant to whether you ever build real wealth. Here is what most people actually live. You get paid on Friday. By Tuesday, you're already doing math in your head. Can I make it to next payday? You're not irresponsible. You're not lazy. You are stuck inside a cycle that was never explained to you. Every raise you get somehow disappears. Every time you try to save, something breaks: the car, the phone, the boiler. You start to believe that wealth is just not meant for people like you. That belief is the first trap. Here is the one thing you can do right now, before this video ends, that will immediately change your financial trajectory. Write down every single expense from the last 30 days, not to feel guilty, but to find what researchers call the phantom drain. Studies show the average person has between $200 and $400 per month leaving their account in charges they have completely forgotten about. Subscriptions, auto renewals, unused memberships. That money, redirected, is the seed capital of your entire wealth-building system. The solution most financial advice pushes is budgeting. Track every coffee, cut every luxury, live on rice and sacrifice. And sure, for about 11 days it works. Then real life happens, discipline cracks, and you're back to zero, except now you also feel like a failure. The problem with willpower-based budgeting is biological. Your brain is hardwired to resist deprivation. The harder you restrict, the stronger the rebound. The budgeting system is not a wealth-building tool. It is a guilt machine, and guilt never made anyone rich. There is a reason this keeps happening that almost nobody talks about. The entire personal finance industry, the apps, the books, the YouTube channels, is built on one assumption: that your problem is behavioral. That if you just had more discipline, more willpower, more sacrifice, you would be fine. But that is not why people stay broke. The people who broke out of financial cycles did not become more disciplined. They changed the structure. They stopped fighting human nature and started using it as a weapon. The root cause of financial stagnation is what behavioral economists call the spend-first default. When money lands in your account, your brain's default behavior is to treat all of it as available. You spend, then you try to save what remains. But mathematically, what remains is almost always zero. Every self-made millionaire studied, from janitors to teachers to factory workers, reversed this single mechanic. They saved first, automatically, before their brain ever registered the money as available. Wealth is not a result of discipline, it is a result of architecture. Ronald Read was a janitor and gas station attendant in Vermont. He died in 2014 at age 92, leaving an $8 million estate to his local library. His neighbors had no idea. No inheritance, no business, no lottery. He simply automated 20% of every paycheck into index funds for decades and never touched it. In the same period, thousands of six-figure earners in the same state retired with almost nothing. The data is brutal. Income correlates poorly with net worth. Savings rate and consistency correlate almost perfectly. A study tracking 10,000 households over 20 years found a pattern so consistent it shocked the researchers. High net worth individuals, regardless of income level, shared 3 behaviors. They automated savings before spending, they lived in homes below their means, and they treated investment accounts as untouchable. The average household did the exact opposite: upgraded lifestyle with every raise, treated savings as optional, and raided investment accounts during emergencies. Wealth is not about what you earn, it is about what you do with it before your emotions get involved. Here is the single reframe that changes everything. Stop thinking of yourself as someone who earns money and then decides what to do with it. Start thinking of yourself as the architect of a system that moves money without requiring your daily decision-making. Rich people do not have better willpower. They have better automation. Every dollar that leaves your account automatically toward assets is a dollar your emotional brain never had the chance to spend. You are not managing money. You are designing a machine that runs whether you are motivated or not. Principle 1. Automate the first move. On the same day your income arrives, a fixed percentage must move automatically to a separate dedicated account before you ever see it. Not next week. Not when you feel ready. The same day. Start at 1% if that is all you can do. The amount is almost irrelevant at the beginning. What you are training is the system behavior, not the dollar amount. Over 6 months, increase it by 1% every month. Within a year, you will have built a saving muscle without ever experiencing the pain of deprivation. Principle 2. Split every dollar into 3 buckets before it can become one blob. Bucket 1 is your freedom fund, emergency money that makes you untouchable to life's surprises. Bucket 2 is your growth engine, money that works while you sleep, in index funds or other appreciating assets. Bucket 3 is your life fund, guilt-free spending on things that matter to you. The key insight here is that the life fund actually makes the system sustainable. When spending feels sanctioned, the psychology of deprivation disappears and the system becomes permanent. Principle 3. Never upgrade your lifestyle faster than your investment account grows. This is called lifestyle lag, and it is the single most powerful wealth accelerator available to anyone at any income level. Every raise, every bonus, every side income, 50% goes straight into your growth bucket before you adjust your lifestyle at all. The average person upgrades instantly. The wealthy person delays. Not forever. Just long enough for compound interest to begin doing the heavy lifting. Time in the market, with consistent contributions, is worth more than any salary increase you will ever receive. Here is where most people wreck this system, often within the first 90 days. Mistake 1. They set the savings amount too high and drain their checking account, triggering a crisis that forces them to raid the savings bucket, which destroys the psychological safety of the system. Mistake 2. They keep the growth bucket in a regular savings account earning almost nothing and give up when they see no results. Mistake 3. They treat the emergency fund and the growth account as the same bucket, so the first car repair wipes out years of investment progress. Structure prevents all three. Today, not this weekend, not next month, open a separate savings account if you do not have one. Name it Freedom Fund. Set up an automatic transfer of 1% of your next paycheck to arrive there the same day you get paid. Then log into every subscription you have and cancel any you have not used in 30 days. Take that exact recovered amount and increase your automatic transfer by it. Within 30 days, you will have your first working version of this system. It will not feel like enough. That is fine. You are building architecture, not results. Results come in year 3. Here is the question that I want you to sit with, and I would genuinely like to know your answer. If the system works regardless of income, and the evidence clearly shows it does, then what is the real reason most people never start? Is it truly a lack of information, or is there something else keeping the cycle in place? Because I have noticed that people who have the most detailed financial knowledge are often no better off than people who know almost nothing. Drop your honest answer below. It might be the most important financial conversation you ever have.